All right. So today we are talking about using multiplication to solve division. Why can I use multiplication to solve division? Because multiplication is the opposite of division. All right. So you don't have to write these down. We're just going to do a couple of practice problems to get our brains working. Two times 3 equals? 3 times 2 equals? 6 divided by 2 equals? And 6 divided by 3 equals? These are like your fact families. These are like fact families. And division and multiplication work together like addition and subtraction. So a lot of times we find multiplication easier than division. So if we think about division as multiplication in reverse, or the opposite of multiplication, a lot of times that will help us solve division problems. So if I have 5 times 9 equals 5 times 9 equals somebody? 45. Okay, can somebody give me a division problem that I can write with this multiplication problem? Helena?
You can do 45 divided by 9 equals 5, and then you can do 45 divided by 5 equals 9.
All right, makes sense? No, it doesn't make sense? It does? All right, should we try another one?
Yes, ma'am. Ow, I like these.
So 7 times 9 is 63. So 63 divided by 9 equals 7. What about 63 divided by 7? Oh, you guys are going to be so good at this. All right, so let's start the other way. Let's say 36 divided by 4 equals. Now, before you give me that answer, how can I turn this into a multiplication problem to help me solve it?
4 times 4 equals 36.
Okay, I can say 4 times something equals 36. Do I know what I multiply 4 times to get to 36? 4 times 9. So what is 36 divided by 4? Oh, I'm so excited. All right. What?
It's the same thing.
What's the same thing? This? Well, it's opposites. Are you saying isn't 36 divided by 4 and 4 times 9 the same thing? Well, it's the lesson we're about to do. Okay, they word it a little bit differently, and so I'm just using different words to explain it, but yeah, it's the same concept. All right, well, this will be part of your test, but what this is, math is like building something, right? If I am building a house, where do I start? Yeah, I have to start with the frame, and then I start where? Can I start with the roof? No, why don't I start with the roof? Because I have to have something to build it on. So learning math is like building a house. So this skill, understanding this part of math, is going to help when we start Long division. Everybody go, woo! Because that's the reaction that most people have with long division, but you guys are going to get it aces. You're going to be super good at it. So you don't have to respond that way because we're going to build the foundation really, really good. We're not going to need to do the problems on your desk. All right. So I want to look at 90 divided by 7. Now, here is where where it gets a little bit, it's not as cut and dry, but we're still going to use this. All right. I want you to look at your 7s. And I want you to write 7 times because I want to see how close I can get to 90 by multiplying by 7s. So, Angel, 7 times what? 7 times 12 is? 84. Okay, so 7 times 12 is 84. 7 times 12 is 84. And if I go on, 7 times 13, does anybody want to add 7 to 84 and tell me what 7 times 13 is? What's 84 plus 7? 91. It's 91. All right, so I look at these two multiplication problems. Which one am I going to use to solve this problem? 97. Yeah, because what happens? How many do I have here that I'm dividing?
90.
I have 90. So I know that if I have 12 groups of 7, that's 84. And then I have 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. That's okay. It's okay. This is the first problem. What do you mean you don't know about the dots? Okay. So what other way? Okay. So what I'm saying is that if I have 12 groups of 7, that accounts for 84 of my 90. How many are left over if I take out 84 of the 90? I have 6 left, right? Because this is 84. If I was to take it, if you'll just wait, just wait. All right, if I have 90 and I want to divide it into 7 groups, right? Okay, now initially we started out putting 1 in each group at a time, right? That's going to take a long time when we get to bigger numbers. So I'm putting more in the groups. And so I'm using multiplication to help me with that. So I know that if I put 12 in each one of these groups, how much is that?
84.
That's going to be 84. I'm going to have 84 beans or dots or M&Ms or whatever I'm counting. So then I will have, there's 85, because this is 84. There's 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. I have 6 left over. So when I have 90 divided by 12, how many are in each group? How many did I put in each group? 12. And how many are left over?
6.
And I have 6 left over. Okay? So what this is doing is I'm putting multiple, I'm counting my dots in bigger groups than just ones. All right. So, what didn't we? It's okay. All right. So if I have 67 divided by 4, I want to think of some multiplication problems. Let's think big. What is what's 4 times 12?
48.
It's 48. So if I say that 4 times 12 equals 48, let's do 4 times 20, because multiplying by tens is easy, right?
Yes.
What is 4 times 20? Is 80. How would I multiply this? 4 times 2 is 8, and then I bring my 0. All right. So when I'm doing my dividing, my number is going to be larger than 12, right? And less than 20. What's a number between 12 and 20? 15. Okay, so let's try that. So if I say 4 times 15, you know what 4 times 15 is?
4 times 4, if you do 4 times 5 is 20.
Think about a clock. I don't have the right kind of clock in here. Right? Think about a clock. And if I have a clock, how many minutes are in an hour? 60. And does anybody know how many minutes are in a quarter of an hour, 1/4 of an hour?
30.
That's half an hour.
40.
It's less than 30, because 30 is half an hour. It's 15. So 4 times 15 is 60. So when I am looking at this, okay, I have 67 divided by 4. So I'm dividing my 67 into groups of 4. Well, I do not want to have to draw 67 little dots and count them out. That's going to take a long time. I know that 4 times 15 equals 60. Is 60 less than 67? Yes. Okay? So let's say that I go ahead and I put 15 dots in each circle. Okay? That's the same as me putting the dots in individually and counting by ones. Instead, I'm counting by 15s. 15, 30, 45, 60. All right? Now, so how many do I have left over? If this is 60, I have how many? Well, let's look. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. I have 7 left over. Can I put one more dot in each circle? I can. So I can put one more dot in each circle. All right. So now how many do I have in each circle?
3.
How many do I have in each circle?
2.
Here's 15, and then I added 1 to it.
16.
So it's 16. So how many are in each group? 16. How many are left over?
3.
All right. How about number 6? This one looks hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually easier. I want you to think, if I'm multiplying by tens, 9 times what is going to be really close to 280? Ray? What? 9 times what, Ray? Well, I want to multiply by tens. I want to multiply by tens because this is a 3-digit number. So if let's try this. 9 times 10 is 90. 9 times 20. Well, let's think about 9 times 20. You don't want to do 9 times 12 is not going to get you anywhere close to 281. So I'm going to multiply by tens. And you know what? Multiplying by tens is the same as multiplying by nines, right? Because 9 times 20 is 180. Because 9 times 2 is 18, and I just add that 0. So what is 9 times 30? Is 270. Alright? So let's write that down here. That's pretty close to 280. So 9 times 30 is 270. Now, what do you think 9 times 31 is? How will I determine what 9 times 31 is? If I know what 9 times 30 is, what will 9 times 31 be? It'll be 9 more than 270. So it's 279. Is that pretty close to 281? Yes. So if I use this problem, that's going to help me solve 281. How many are left over? So if I have 31, what's my remainder here?
2.
Yep. All right. All right. Let's do 85 divided by 6. So let's think of multiplication problems. Guys, look at your multiplication charts. I want to see how close I can get to 85 by multiplying by 6's.
6 times 12.
Okay, what is 6 times 12?
6 times 12 is 72.
Okay. Now, how many left over will I have if I've used up 72? I'm gonna subtract. I'm gonna say 85 minus 72, and that's gonna give me my leftovers. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. So I have 12 left over. 6 times what is 12? 6 times 2. So what if I tried 6 times 14? So we didn't do number 7. I'm not going to worry about number 7 right now. All right. So if I want to add 12 more, that's going to give me 84. 6 times 14 is 84. And I'm going to have a remainder of 1. So I'll have 14 in each group. with a remainder of 1. All right. I'm going to try it with this. All right, so let's look at these. All right, you can put your math book to the side. All right, so let's start with number 1. I'm looking at 35 divided by 3. What is 3 times 11?
33.
What is 3 times 12?
36.
Okay, which one am I going to use to solve 35 divided by 3?
2 times 12 because after 35 is 36.
I can't go over. All right, remember I am dividing the candy in, and I only have 35 pieces of candy. So I don't have 36 pieces of candy. So I can't go over. I can't go over, yes? Well, no. Listen, I can't go over. I can't add 1 to this number. So I need the closest number to it without going over. It's like the Price is Right. I can't go over. So 33. So I have 11 in each group. How many are left over? If I have 33 after I put 11 in each group, how many are left over to get to 35? So if I have 33, then you can draw your dots. 34, 35. How many are left over?
11.
There's 2 left over. So 35 divided by 3 is 11 with a remainder of 2. All right, let's look at 52 divided by 5. 5 times what number is 50?
10.
5 times what number is 55?
11.
Which of these am I going to use to solve this problem?
10.
I'm going to use this one to solve the problem. So what that means is I have 5 groups, and I put 10 in each group. All right? So I'll have 10 in each group. How many will I have left over?
2.
I have 2 because there's 10. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then 51 and 52. So I have 10 with a remainder of 2. You see where we're going now? Should have started with the sheet. All right. So let's see. This one you're going to use your multiplication sheet. So 67 divided by 8.
You can do 8 times 9.
Okay, what is 8 times 8?
64.
Is 64. What is 8 times 9?
72.
So which of these will I use to solve the problem?
8 times 8.
I'm going to use 8 times 8. So how many are going to be in each group?
8.
8 are in each group. How many are left over? So if I have 8 groups, I have 8 groups. and I put 8 in each group, and I'm going to count by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 65, 66, 67. How many do I have left over?
3.
Kelly, are you doing this with me? Okay. You're writing down the answers and everything? Okay. All right, 25 divided by 9. Cody, what multiples of 9 am I going to help me? What 9 multiplication facts will help me with this? Well, 9 times 5 is 45. Is that close to 25? That's way over. What multiple of 9 gets me closest to 25? 9 times what? Nine times 7 is 63. We're moving in the wrong direction. I want a multiple of 9 that is close to 25. Are there any multiples of 9 that are in the 20s? 9 times what? 9 times 3 equals what? It's 27. Now, can I use that?
No.
Can I use that 27? Chloe, you need to put your Chromebook away and get your stuff packed up. Can I use that multiple of, do you know why? Or are you confused? It's Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, you just looked like you didn't know what I was. Okay, can I use this 27?
No.
If I put 3 in each group, that's 27 pieces of candy. How many pieces of candy do I have? Okay, so that's too much. So let's go down 1. So instead of 9 times 3, let's go down to 9 times 2. What is 9 times 2? 18. So if I put 2 in each group, okay, that gets me to 18. How many do I have left over after I use 18 of those pieces of candy? So I have 9. I have 9 groups. I put 2 in each group, which leaves me, that's 18 pieces of candy. And then I have 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. How many do I have left over?
7.
Cody? 7. So I have 2 with the remainder of 7. All right? All right, Miss Madison. Looks a little scared. All right, 28 divided by 6. What factors of 6? Okay. The 2 that are closest are 6 times 4 and 6 times 5, right? Which one will I use? 4. Okay. All right. So I will put 4 in each group. How many will I have left over? I'll have 4 left over. Because this is 24, so when I put 4 in each group, that gets me to 24. Then I have 25, 26, 27, and 28, so I have 4 left over. All right. What? Can you wait 3 more problems and then we'll all go? And I'll take you over to the 3rd grade hall where they have hot water to wash their hands. All right. 35 divided by 4. Okay, Angel?
4 times 4 times 8 equals 32.
Okay.
And 4 times
Well, I wouldn't go to 20. Oh, you said 4 times 7? 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, which of those would you use?
32.
I would use 32. All right. So how many will I have in each group? If you had 4 times 9, that's okay too. Because you're going to end up using the 4 times 8. Okay, so I have 8 in each group. How many do I have left over? I have 3 left over because this is 32. So if I put 8 in each group, that uses 32, 33, 34, 35. Yes, but we're going to do number 7 first. All right, Zytavion. What multiple of 6? Well, let's think of ones we know. I know you don't have a sheet. What's 6 times 10? Okay, so 6 times 10 is 60. All right, what's 6 times 11? Any number times 11 is? Double that number. So 6 times 11 is? Six times 11 is 66. All right. Now, do I want to go up to 6 times 12, or is that going to do it for me?
No, you have to do 6 times 11 equals 66.
Okay, this is going to do it, because if I go to 6 times 12, that's going to be too much. So how many are in each group, Zytavion? Well, it's not 10. If I'm choosing the 6 times 11, I say 11 is closer. So 11 are in each group. How many do I have left over? So if I've used 66, how many more do I have to get to 67? What? How many? 1. Yes. This is 11, remainder 1. All right, Helena. 15 divided by 2. 2 times 2.
2 times 10.
2 times 10. What is 2 times 10? 2 times 10
2 times 10 is 20.
is 20. All right, are there any multiples of 2 that will get me closer? Because that's too much.
2 times 2?
Well, 2 times 2 is 4, so that's... So let's think. 2 times... Let's go down from 10. What's 2 times 9? Or do we need to go up from 2? Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3
6
6. 2 times 4.
is 8.
2 times 5.
Is 10.
2 times 6. Two times 6.
18.
No, that's 2 times 9.
Oh.
2 times 6 is going to be 2 more than 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What's 2 times 7? 14. 2 times 8? 16. Now that's too much. So what is the one that's right below the 15? 2 times 7 is 14. So how many do I have in each group? 7. How many are left over? 1 is left over. All right. Why don't you put this in your math binders?